So I made this post on November 17th saying if XRP hits $2 in the next 7 days, I'll give away 100 XRP to one person who likes this post on Twitter and is following me. We had 413 people like the post, 92 comments. Now the problem was XRP didn't hit $2 within 7 days of making that post. In fact, it only hit $1.60 on the 22nd of November. But because we are in the spirit of Christmas, I said, screw it. I'm giving away 100 XRP anyways to a Michael Wright for liking and commenting on the post and then following my page on Twitter at RunLifeNick. And now what I want to do, if XRP hits $5 before January 1st, I will give away 500 XRP. So that'd be $2,500 US worth of XRP to one person who likes this post on Twitter and is following me. I'll leave a link in the description below. My Twitter page is pretty sad. I need some help. I got 561 followers. So if we could boost this over 1,000 before January 1st, I'd love to do more giveaways like this of XRP for you guys for not only supporting the Bull Runners channel, but staying locked in this entire bull run, because what's happening with XRP is just the start. $2.70 right now. Within the past week, XRP just flipped Solana in market cap at over 106 billion. It flipped Tether in market cap at 134 billion. And now Ethereum is next up on the list at $435 billion. So with how quickly money is flowing into XRP right now, I think people are drastically underestimating what is going to happen for the rest of the altcoin market. So in this video, what I want to discuss with you is what's coming for Ripple as a company, with the CEO of SBI talking about Ripple preparing for an IPO as soon as possible once the SEC matter is resolved. What's going to happen in 2025 that is going to catapult a certain sector of the crypto market that you need to be ready for. What Coinbase just did that made it infinitely easier to onboard retail in the market that is going to pump the bags of those that bought during the bear market bottom and during the early stage of this bull run, even those that are getting into the market right now. We're discussing how Ripple's stablecoin is going to affect the price of XRP, how macro Bitcoin bulls are now flipping bullish on XRP like Raoul Pal that hated XRP, and how you guys can go and chirp Raoul Pal and talk your talk in the comment section below to support the bull runners that have been talking about XRP for years. We're discussing the Bitcoin stock to flow model, comparing that to the XRP to the US dollar price chart and what's happening with Bitcoin's dominance. We're breaking down a new indicator that I have yet to show on the channel that is going to tell us exactly when it's time to start taking profits throughout this entire bull run and where we are in the psychology of a market cycle, so you know what's about to come next. So not only you don't get wrecked, but if you're starting these markets with as little as 100 XRP, or let's say you're investing $1 million into XRP or across the whole entire sector, I wanted to discuss what that $100 could potentially be worth before the bull run is over. So if you're feeling bullish, if you're feeling blessed, comment 777. And if you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm it by tapping the subscribe button. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So in my video yesterday, I talked about the top 6 things that I'm holding on to my XRP for until these milestones are hit. I want to dive a little bit more into detail on the charts and show you the technical side of things aside from the fundamental news that needs to take place, because with Ripple stablecoin officially launching here soon in the next few days, Gary Gensler stepping down from the SEC January 20th, and XRP ETF receiving approval here soon as these companies file their ETFs, waiting for the new chair of the SEC to get into office and be appointed by Donald Trump, Ripple winning its legal battle and this lawsuit being dropped, Trump being back in the White House after January 20th, and altcoin season kicking off as Bitcoin dominance drops. This roadmap is going to be the guide to the moon. Now, also the guide to the moon, we'll be attending our live exclusive calls with our research team every single week and every single month inside of Altcoin Pro University. You guys can click the link in the description below and you go into the back office, click on classroom, click on live call recordings right here. We just did a call today. We also had a call on the 29th of November, the 21st, the 14th, the 7th. These are going to be taking place every single week. You do not want to miss a call, because some very valuable information about what's happening in multiple sectors of the market, like artificial intelligence, crypto airdrops, decentralized exchanges, new projects that are launching, new altcoin picks, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, virtually everything that you need to know to become an altcoin pro. You also get access to the Stay the Market monthly recap, so that way you can follow along with what's talked about in each call. You guys will get a macro market outlook for what's coming, for example, like Ethereum spot ETF inflows, what to expect for the base ecosystem, rotation from Solana to Ethereum, elite level information to help you become that professional in the market, so that way you know what to look for, so you can be able to maximize your results while minimizing your downside throughout this entire bull run and even into the bear market. So definitely check that out below. I know you guys are going to love it. Now, here's one thing that we need need to look for going into 2025 into March. And the reason why this matters, because central banks know that it's all about to change, and there's going to be a massive shift over to the ISO 20022 standard, which is what a lot of people are calling the Great Reset. It began back in 2022, but you can see with SWIFT, you got EBA clearing, we have FedWire, the clearinghouse, and these key pivotal dates when this is all going to be going live and hitting the mature phase by November of 2025. Here's what this means. What the ISO standard is essentially a messaging standard for electronic data exchange between financial institutions. So while initially developed for traditional finance transactions within banking, this standard is now expanded to include the language in the world of cryptocurrencies and blockchain. So what ISO 20022 is doing is bringing standardization and interoperability to the crypto space, ensuring smoother communication between various platforms and participants, essentially making ACH wire transfers instantaneous and faster between banks, so you don't have to wait 3 to 5 business days. Its primary goal is to modernize the traditional financial sector, making data handling easier, and it's being adopted by both traditional financial systems and the new financial system within cryptocurrencies, blockchain, to merge the best of both worlds together. So crypto projects that adopt the ISO 20022 standard can seamlessly integrate with traditional financial systems. And that includes projects like XRP, Cardano, Quant, Algorand, Stellar, Hedera, HBAR, IOTA, XDC Network. So this is one of many reasons why XRP is up 93% over the past 7 days, blowing everything out of the water in the top 10. Cardano up 24%. Cardano was actually up more than that. This just expands after 7 days. So like if we were to expand this out 8 to 14 days, Cardano's doing very well. XLM as well too, was up like 100+%. HBAR over 118%. We have Algorand up over 96%. XDC Network doubled in market cap, and now it's a large cap project over 1 billion. So if you guys look down here for FedWire in the clearinghouse at the bottom, you can see ISO 222 like for like 3-month stability phase, then the enhancement phase right here by 2023 to 2024. Well, the mature phase for all of these different sectors within the UK, Europe, the US, and even globally through SWIFT, this will all be fully implemented by November 2025. But a key date to look for is the Federal Reserve Service right here on frbservices.org is saying that they will adopt the ISO 20022 messaging format for FedWire Fund Service in a single day. They're going to implement this on March 10th, 2025. So with this implementation, they're saying they will sunset the existing proprietary FedWire application interface manual format and replace all FAIM messages with ISO 20022 messaging. So for those of you that don't know what FedWire is, well, it's a premier electronic funds transfer services that banks, businesses, and government agencies rely on for mission-critical same-day transactions. FedWire Fund Service participants benefit from the finality of payments credited to their Federal Reserve Bank master accounts. So this is to settle commercial payments, to settle positions with other financial institutions or clearing agreements, to submit federal tax payments, or to buy and sell federal funds, where settlement of funds is immediate, final, and irrevocable. And only Federal Reserve banking members and other eligible institutions like credit unions, government agencies can directly participate here. Whereas the clearinghouse is a private sector entity that operates various payment systems, which is a major alternative to FedWire for large value payments. And they provide payment systems and clearing services for large value, small value payments. This includes major US and global banks. And so by March 10th of 2025, the Federal Reserve's plan to implement the ISO messaging standard for the FedWire Fund Service, transitioning from their messaging format to the new format all throughout the year. By November 22nd, when the scheduled period is scheduled to end, the ISO standard is going to become the exclusive standard for cross-border payment instructions. Now, the reason why this is such a big deal for cryptocurrencies like XRP, XLM, HBAR, XDC, Algorand, Cardano, IOTA, etc., is because this is going to allow these cryptocurrencies to integrate seamlessly within these financial institutions and central banks using the same protocols. Because cryptos like XRP or XLM or XDC are specifically designed to facilitate cross-border payments and financial interoperability between banks. And being ISO compliant increases their legitimacy and potential adoption by banks and financial institutions. And Ripple is already working with tons of financial institutions for cross-border payments, and XRP is at the center of all of it. Now, Stellar's XLM is focused on remittances and underbanked populations that complement the ISO 20022's goal of efficient financial inclusion. So essentially, all this is going to do is allow for faster transaction settlement times compared to traditional systems that take 3 to 5 days to send, in, lower costs for cross-border payments, making it more cost-effective to bridge currencies and transfer between the US dollar, the euro, or the Canadian dollar and the euro, or the US dollar. It's going to enhance transparency and compliance because everything is trackable, traceable on the blockchain. And it's going to give these cryptocurrencies a competitive edge in this multi-trillion-dollar market. So this will attract large-scale institutional use, and that's what we're seeing happening with, market makers and massive institutions piling in and buying up these ISO compliant coins. And so we're going to see massive exchanges like Coinbase capitalize on this. For example, Coinbase now supports cryptocurrency purchases using Apple Pay, making transactions faster and more convenient for users in the Apple ecosystem. We have until December 4th when Ripple is launching their stablecoin, and XRP is used as the bridge currency to facilitate transactions within the XRP ledger. So every RLUSD transaction on the XRP ledger requires XRP to cover the transaction costs or fees. So for people that have been chirping in the background and hating, saying that Ripple has no need for XRP because these banks can just interact with Ripple's technology without XRP being used for liquidity, are dead wrong here. That means that for each RLUSD transaction, a small amount of XRP is used and potentially burned, making it deflationary, which could theoretically increase the demand for XRP. The introduction of RLUSD is expected to increase liquidity on the XRP ledger since RLUSD is a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, so it provides a stable value option for transactions, which can help in stabilizing the ecosystem's liquidity. And XRP being more volatile, obviously over the past 30 days, you guys have seen how quickly it can grow, benefits from this by having a more stable counterpart for transactions. And Ripple's stablecoin can be used for instant low-cost cross-border payments as well too, similar to how XRP is used. However, while XRP is used for its speed and cost effectiveness, Ripple's stablecoin provides the stability of the US dollar, making it suitable for users who prefer less volatility. But Ripple's stablecoin is not a replacement for XRP. It's meant to complement it. XRP's unique role, like being the gas for transactions on the XRP ledger, whereas RLUSD serves as the stablecoin for payments and asset tokenization. So overall, this is just going to increase mass adoption within the Ripple ecosystem in XRP, similar to how minting Tether from the Treasury, and when Tether came out, that boosted Bitcoin because Bitcoin was paired to Tether. Anytime Tether gets minted, that pumps up the price of Bitcoin. But RLUSD is going to have some deflationary model that's way better than Tether, so it's going to be a better option long term and more compliant as well too. So I thought this was a great post by Max Avery here if you've been wondering how Ripple stablecoin will affect XRP's price. So let's break it down here. More RLUSD transactions means more activity on the XRP ledger. So XRP as the native currency gets used for the fees and the bridging, deriving its demand. Higher demands each equals potential price increase, and with a burn, that also makes it deflationary as well too, on top of the funds that get lost through transfer through human error, because if you miss a letter when you're sending XRP, it's lost forever. Same thing for Bitcoin. Compare that to the US dollar that has an unlimited amount that the Federal Reserve and the Treasury can print. The XRP ledger excels at cross-border transfers. XRP is often the bridge between RLUSD and other assets. This drives utility for XRP as RLUSD adoption grows. RLUSD issuance adds liquidity to the XRP ledger, and liquidity attracts traders and institutions. They use XRP for fees, creating a virtuous cycle for adoption and demand. RLUSD could integrate with DeFi on the XRP ledger, and XRP would power those dApps, expanding its use case and relevance. So success breeds confidence because Ripple stablecoin adoption signals the strength of the XRP ledger. It would boost market sentiment for XRP. It can drive speculation and institutional interest to holding XRP as Ripple gains more adoption and more liquidity from USDC or USDT to attract a lot of that into the market cap. And whereas stablecoins like USDT and USDC transform networks like Ethereum, Tron, even Bitcoin, RLUSD will do the same for the XRP ledger. And on Ethereum, USDT and USDC boosted decentralized exchange volumes and liquidity. So this growth attracted developers and users, creating a feedback loop of adoption. This is what we're seeing on Dex Screener with XRP Ledger meme coins being added. Imagine what's going to happen when their stablecoin launches, how much more liquidity that's going to bring into XRP meme coins. So on Ethereum, DAI was central to lending protocols like Aave. Well, if RLUSD supports XRP Ledger DeFi, then XRP's utility will expand as the network grows, and stablecoins shine in remittances. So Ripple's stablecoin could leverage XRP's bridging ability to streamline international payments on the ledger. Stablecoins are user-friendly entry to crypto. Ripple's stablecoin can lower barriers to entry, draw new participants to the XRP ledger and ecosystem, make it easier to be able to swap that into XRP as it gets added on Coinbase, Binance, and other centralized exchanges. And every RLUSD transaction burns a small amount of XRP, as I already said, decreases XRP supply, adding scarce value. Stablecoins historically boost the ecosystems that they're built on. So RLUSD on XRP Ledger equals more transactions, boosted liquidity, DeFi opportunities, cross-border payments, market confidence, and a complete shift from people who've been hating XRP like Raoul Pal over the past few years into XRP bulls. He just posted this saying, you've got to admit, XRP is a good looking chart. Last time it broke a long wedge pattern, it rose another 5,600%. He's saying obviously won't repeat, but you get the point. It can go up a lot. It'd be hilarious if it does repeat that. Obviously nobody knows, but he says the banana zone part 1. Now he's right about that, but I had to correct him and say, you mean you've got to admit, Raoul, because in this video, listen to what he said.
XRP, it's like from 2 bull markets ago. You might be right, you might love it forever. Just please move to whatever the strong momentum is. I know there's that fear in your head is this time it'll be the big one. You'll get plenty of notification, you get back in, but don't miss the bull market because you're in a narrative of past. And the communities are huge. And I don't want to get attacked by people online for this, but I just feel like you're being done a disservice by being in a cult. Our job is to be mercenaries. We're in the job to make money, not to be a cult. Cults don't make money except for the leaders. I know it hurts people when I say this. Cardano, XRP, there's a whole bunch of these. I really hope you're right.
Now, of course we're right, because we pay attention to the technical analysis, the fundamental and stuff aside from just a mob mentality, right? So what we need to look at is the data, the facts, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, and the charts show everything that we need to see. And I brought this up in previous videos with Bitcoin stock to flow model, showing you guys the days until the next halving, puts this color code up on it. But if we take it a step further, and we put this indicator up on the chart for XRP compared to Bitcoin's dominance, look at what happened. And I covered this in our monthly market call inside of Altcoin Pro University if you guys want to watch the replay for that and get all the details about it, but I'll summarize it really quick for you. Look at this vertical yellow line right here on the 28th of December of 2020. What happened on the top of the screen for XRP when XRP bottomed out at 16 something cents right here after the lawsuit was filed? It surged to the upside upwards of $2 during the time that the SEC was fighting them. There was no clarity for XRP. There was no stablecoin launching. There was no, exchange traded products being filed by Bitwise, Wisdom Tree, all these other companies, Grayscale. There was no talks of Gary Gensler stepping down from the SEC. There was just pure suppression of XRP, and it still rallied over $2 with overseas exchange volume. XRP was taken off of Coinbase. It was taken off of crypto.com. It was taken off of all the United States centralized exchanges that brought a large chunk of the volume into the crypto market. So that was purely off only overseas trading volume and some people that figured out how to use some DEXs for XRP or whatever. But look at the bottom of the screen on what happened to Bitcoin's dominance during that. It was because the dominance rotated into altcoins, and XRP, being a dino coin that was from 2 bull markets ago, has proven the test of time. It's a good thing, guys. When someone tells you that this is a dino coin, it's old, that's a good thing. It means it's withstood the test of time. And a lot of these new projects, yes, they'll do well this bull run, and I've shared some of them with you, like Ondo, we got Cpool, we got Sui, we had Caspa do well thus far. We've shared those with you. Our research team even called these out at the bear market bottom in last bull run as well too. So you can get access to all of that in Altcoin Pro. But the projects that are proven to withstand the test of time, that's where I allocate the majority of my portfolio into to prevent getting wrecked. And when Bitcoin's dominance drops again, as you can see, it's at 55%. It looks like it peaked out at 61%. Sure, we could see another little bounce up and an attempt to break that high, but I think the beginning of the drop for Bitcoin's dominance has just started, and we're going to really start ramping up here soon as we lead into January towards Inauguration Day. Now look at XRP in terms of the Bitcoin stock to flow rainbow indicator in yellow during the yellow phase. That's where XRP saw the majority of its gains last bull run, and also during the 2017 bull run before we went from yellow to green and we saw that correction. What we saw happen here was we saw Bitcoin's dominance break all the way down here, and then when we went from yellow to green, we saw this bounce right here. We saw this bounce right here. And that's when altcoins were consolidating, and then Bitcoin absorbed a large chunk of the market cap during that next correction period. So I would guess, based on facts here of the past on how this has happened every single time, it's not 80%, it's not 90%, It's 100% of the time this has happened. When Bitcoin's dominance breaks down, altcoins rally up. We're seeing the start of that with XRP. Depending on how high XRP goes in the short term, maybe it makes it up to its high, similar to what happened back here. It just barely breached above the high, and then it crashed down like 50%, 60%, consolidated for 30 days by like May of 2017, and then it broke out again. Maybe we see XRP push up to the high again, $3-4, and then crash down 50, 60%, consolidate for a month, and then shoot up higher as we lead into the final stage of the bull run, as we go from yellow to green. Because when we finally hit green, then the bull run's pretty much over, and everyone's going to be yelling super cycle, mass adoption, ISO standard is live, hold your bags forever, and those people are going to get wrecked as we go into another bear market. So I'm not necessarily waiting for XRP to hit a certain price before I sell. I'm watching the Bitcoin stock to flow rainbow indicator, and also what I'm watching here is I'm watching the Bitcoin halving cycle profit indicator. This has told us, based on the past, if I were to just zoom in here on the XRP chart, when it was the best time to consider taking profits and hedging out of your portfolio, and then when the profits were over and the end was in by the end of the bull run. So last bull run, the time to start taking profits was between the 15th of February 2021 to the 15th of November. Now, if you sold on the last day where this big red profit end, signal came in right here, you would have been selling XRP at $1.30, very, very small. Then the DCA indicator flashed in at yellow at 31 cents. And so that's pretty dang close to the bottom, great entry point. Same thing back here for the last bear market. DCA started at 28 cents and then it ended all the way down here, around COVID at like 19 cents. And then you could accumulate some more at 15 cents. And then you start taking profit all the way up here at 60 cents to $1.30. You would have won. You would have done very well. Same thing for the bull run prior to then. The profit taking indicator flashed right here, anywhere between 10 cents and all the way at the top at like $1.90 after $3 was in. So if you were selling on the way down right here on the last day, that could arguably be the best time to sell XRP. But any time between the profit starting flashing and the profit ending starting, you can't lose if you DCA'd all the way down at these levels. When I was making videos every single day during the bear market, screaming at the top of my lungs about what's going to happen for XRP. Now that it's just started, if XRP pushes higher and we see a little pullback in the short term consolidation, I would expect there to be a push up higher. And by the time we hit what looks like November of 2025, November 3rd, that to be the end of the bull run and for the markets to start crashing on the best possible news dropping with the ISO standard going live. Now that goes counterintuitive to what most people think. It's like when Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live and started pitching Dogecoin and said Dogecoin's going to the moon. That was at the exact peak of the market. When Mark Cuban went on Ellen DeGeneres and was telling everyone to download like Robinhood app and how easy it was to buy Dogecoin, that was at the peak of the market. So the best news, the most bullish news, always comes at the peak of the market. The worst news, the most demoralizing news, the most fearful news always comes at the bottom of the market to spook people out, and then the sharks come in and eat. But we've just transitioned from orange to yellow in terms of the Bitcoin stock to flow rainbow indicator. And back in 2017, when XRP exploded, when we went from orange to yellow, we saw this initial sell-off all the way down here, just like we saw this initial sell-off all the way down here, back test this zone of support, bounce off of it, bounce off of it, bounce off of it. And then when we go from yellow to green, that's when we see the next correction take place. And so how far will that be? Well, let's look at total 3 and let's measure it out. I showed you guys this in my previous video. I cover it more in detail on our monthly market call that just took place earlier today. But if we measure from the high of 2018 to when the markets really started breaking out, it was roughly 1,113 days. If we measure from the high of 2021 to when we started breaking out, about 1,113 days till just recently, just a few days ago. And roughly 112 days after that breakout started back in 2021, like January 2021 to the peak, was when the markets peaked out. And then we saw a 60% pullback going from yellow to green and then a final blow off top. And so where would that put us on the right-hand side of the screen, 112 days? That would put us to about the 17th of March, 2025, when we could potentially see some type of pullback around that date, either a little before it, a little bit after it. Maybe it's sell in May, go away. Maybe it's sell in January. Maybe we see this escalate even quicker. We don't know exactly when the pullback will come, but what we do know is how the psychology of a market cycle plays out virtually every single time. And when we go from hope to optimism, that starts building momentum, going from optimism to belief, the markets start going vertical. Then from belief to thrill to euphoria, everyone gets drunk as a skunk on the gains that they're making in the market. So now that the markets are starting to break out of the disbelief stage, in my opinion, we're now going from hope to optimism and then into belief, thrill, and euphoria here soon once we hit these vertical green little boxes right here, leading into the tail end being November of 2025. So I would expect the market to peak out somewhere within these green boxes no later than November of 2025. And hedging sometime in 2025, if you guys bought all the way down here or you bought this disbelief dip when people thought this was a sucker's rally and it was going to fail just like the others, that is now proving to be the smartest financial decision that you could have possibly ever made. Now, as the markets continue to trend upwards leading into Inauguration Day, we're going to see projects on the XRP ledger absolutely fly. We see meme coins getting listed up on here and going into the multi-millions of dollars in market cap. And so that's when, First Ledger launched, and a lot of these projects like XRP Army is now upwards of 63 million. Bear is upwards of 24 million. Drop is 23 million. All these new projects on the first page. I shared this project with you guys at a $16,000 market cap on the day of launch, and now it's at an $8 million market cap. That's over like a 300 or 400x. So if you guys feel like you missed out on XRP, there's still plenty of opportunities left. Our research team is going to be posting all of those opportunities that they spot inside of Altcoin Pro University. For example, our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University through the link below. And although we make no guarantees because crypto is definitely risky, guys, this is only $97 a month or $970 a year. If you want to save $194, getting 2 months for free and unlock some exclusive bonuses, just go through the link in the description below. Get in right now. Watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers to help you become the first millionaire in your family tree. If that's a goal of yours, our goal is to help 1,000 members set their portfolio up for life this month. And you can get started through the link in the description below right now, or you can go to bullrunners.com to take advantage of the bonuses we're giving you before they expire. We have about 200 members right now, and we literally just launched like less than 5 days ago at the time of making this video. Everyone is loving the community. They're loving the education. They're getting access to real-time altcoin picks first before we ever make videos about them. So click the link in the description below, watch the video, and I'll see you on the inside.